And now Jonathan Payton again, please. And you begin with 12 points with your knowledge of Joy Division. 22 is the score to beat at the moment. Let's see if you can do it with your general knowledge. Here we go. Starting now. In 10-pin bowling, what term is used when all 10 pins are knocked down with the first ball?
Strike.
Yes. Who had an affair with both the Soviet intelligence agent Yevgeny Ivanov and Britain's Secretary of State for War during a celebrated scandal of the 1960s?
Christine Keeler.
Yes. What's the name of the popular television series set in the early 20th century that is filmed at Highclere Castle near Newbury?
Poldark.
Downton Abbey. Which car, designed by Alec Isigonis, made its first appearance at the 1948 London Motor Show? It was originally going to be called the Mosquito.
The Morris Minor.
Yes. What name for a single-storey house derives from a Hindi word meaning in the Bengali style?
Bungalow.
Yep. Which town northeast of Manchester has been represented in Parliament by William Cobbett and Winston Churchill? It's also the birthplace of the composer William Walton.
Bury.
Oldham. Which golfer was born on 30th December 1975, the son of a retired American Army officer and his Thai-born wife, Kultida?
Tiger Woods.
Yes. Who became the patron saint of Venice after his relics were smuggled there from Alexandria by merchants in about 828?
St Mark.
Yes. Which 80s pop duo took their name from a concept of rhythm and musical expression using movement that had been developed in the early 20th century by Émile Jacques Dalcroze?
Yazoo.
Eurythmics. Which high-grade coffee takes its name from the historic port in Yemen that was once the centre for its export?
Pass.
Whose coronation in Abyssinia inspired Evelyn Waugh's novel Black Mischief?
Haile Selassie.
Yes. Which common wildflower has a variety called Goldilocks, reflecting the second part of its scientific name, Oricomus, meaning golden hair?
Daisy.
Buttercup. Which American actress was fired from the set of the film Something's Gotta Give a month before her untimely death in 1962?
Natalie Wood.
Marilyn Monroe. What term that comes from the Greek words meaning earth and heat is used for energy obtained from the Earth's interior?
Geothermal.
Yes. Louis XIV transformed the Royal Hunting Lodge into an elaborate palace surrounded by a stylised park and gardens. In which city on the outskirts of Paris was this?
Versailles.
Yes. In which opera by Bizet does the gypsy heroine perform the habanera L'amour est un oiseau rebelle?
Carmen.
Yes. At the end of David Copperfield, who emigrates with his family to Australia, where he becomes a much-respected colonial magistrate?
Pass.
What term for a flat-sided container for storing liquids, especially motor fuel, comes from a type originally used in Germany and adopted by the Allies during the Second World War?
Pass.
Which actress, best known for the television series Cagney and Lacey, has appeared on stage as Maria Callas in Terence McNally's play Masterclass?
Tyne Daly.
Is correct. Now your passes, three of them, it's a jerry can. Yeah, I know. Mr. Micawber was the man in David Copperfield who went to Australia, and that high-grade coffee, mocha. Three passes, Jonathan, 23 points. And finally, Marcus Hake again, please. And you begin with 13 points with your knowledge of the Ashes. So now, as we know, you've got to score 24 points. Let's see if you can do it with your general knowledge. Here we go. Which annual rowing event, first held at Henley in June 1829, begins in Putney and ends in Mortlake?
The University Boat Race.
Yes. Who began his political career when he served as president of the American Screen Actors Guild from 1947 to 52?
Ronald Reagan.
Yep. What does the abbreviation stand for in the title of Roald Dahl's story, the BFG?
Big Friendly Giant.
Yes. Sheikh Mansour, who bought Manchester City Football Club in 2008, is a member of the ruling family of which Arab Emirate?
Dubai.
Abu Dhabi. What is the title of the Crystals' 1963 top 10 hit that begins, I met him on a Monday and my heart stood still?
To Do Run Run.
Yep. Which cake named after a Scottish city is covered with whole blanched almonds before baking?
Dundee.
Yep. In the Harry Potter films, the exterior of which neighbouring station doubles for King's Cross, the departure point of the Hogwarts Express?
St Pancras.
Yes. What name of Old French origin is given to the muscular second stomach of a bird which grinds food down into small particles?
Pass.
8A Victoria Street, Eastwood, Nottinghamshire, is a museum dedicated to which writer, born there in 1885, to a coal miner and a former schoolmistress?
D.H. Lawrence.
Yes. Which mountaineer was commissioned in the Royal Tank Regiment and later trained to be a margarine salesman before he became a professional climber in 1962?
Chris Bonington.
Yes. In architecture, what name is given to a support, usually of masonry, projecting from the outer wall of a building?
Flying buttress.
Yes, which English king was buried along with his father Henry II and his mother Eleanor of Aquitaine in the Abbey Church of Fontevraud in the Loire Valley?
Edward I.
No, Richard I. Which Chinese-American martial arts expert and actor died shortly before the release of his 1973 film Enter the Dragon?
Bruce Lee.
Yep. The flag of which Canadian province is based on the Royal Arms of Scotland and features the cross of St Andrews with the colours reversed and a shield with a red lion rampant at its centre?
Alberta.
Nova Scotia. What word, thought to have been coined by a 20th century French dietitian, describes the subcutaneous fat, especially on the thighs and buttocks, which gives a dimpled appearance on the skin?
Cellulite.
Yes. Which 1938 work by George Orwell tells of his experiences fighting on the Republican side in Barcelona during the Spanish Civil War?
Homage to Catalonia.
Correct. What's the name of the place at the foot of the Mount of Olives where Christ and his disciples are said to have gone to pray on the night before his crucifixion?
Gethsemane.
Yes, which metal became recognised as a precious hallmarkable metal in 1975?
Platinum.
Yep, the career of which controversial American newspaper publisher began when he took over the struggling San Francisco Examiner from his father in 1887?
W.R. Hearst.
It was William Randolph Hearst. Indeed, you had one pass. That second stomach of a bird is the gizzard. Didn't matter, though, because, Marcus, you now have a total of 28 points. So we have a clear winner. Let's have a look at all the scores. In fourth place with 16 points, Kimberly Rescall. Third place, 22 points, Mick Judge. Second place, 23 points, Jonathan Payton. First place, 28 points, Marcus Hake. Which means, of course, that Marcus Hake is tonight's winner, and he goes through to the semi-finals. Congratulations to him. Now, if you would like to be a contender in the next series, then do go to our website, bbc.co.uk/mastermind, and do join us again next time for more Masterminds. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.